Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. As you can see, I am currently enjoying my time down in Southend, inside my pool in the hotel room. If you want to watch me do some dives in this pool, make sure to check out my second upload later on today. Now, the reason why I'm doing two uploads is because, well, Newcastle United dropped a bombshell last night, shortly after winning their match 3-0 against Munich over in Austria. He announced a new CEO to the football club. Murdoch himself on Twitter described this sign as being the foundation's place for building a skyscraper, and that's the point of this video today. Who is Darren Eales? What will you do for Newcastle United? And in his time at the football club, what will change? It's all coming up. I think the best way to start this video off is by actually going through the structure of a football club. So as you can see on the screen now, we have a diagram of how each position is placed amongst the club. And as you can see, his CEO is extremely high up there. The only things that are higher is board of directors, which we don't have. Dan Ashford is a director of football, but he's not a board, he's one person. So expect that to change in the future. I imagine Newcastle will hire a lot more people, so I do expect us to get a board eventually. And above it, obviously the chairman, in this case, owners. So yeah, this guy is more important than the large majority of staff members here at the club. But just because Darren Eales is high on the charts, it does not make him better than anyone else. Every single staff member in Newcastle United plays a part, whether it's on the pitch or off the pitch. We all need to integrate together in order to succeed. Now, I'm speaking as if I'm a staff member, I'm not, but every single staff member needs to play their part, no matter how big or small it may be. So Darren Eales will be above Dan Ashworth in the pecking order at Newcastle United. I've already seen a lot of Newcastle fans talk about Dan Ashworth, saying how he could potentially be one of Newcastle's biggest ever signings. And listen, if you guys think that way about Dan Ashworth, imagine what you're going to think about Darren Eales. So yeah, you should be excited. But who is Darren Eales? So Darren Eales started his career off the pitch by going to Tottenham in 2010 as a director of football. He was there for 4 years, and eventually he moved on because he got a huge opportunity to go to Atlanta. And now this is where the things start to get really exciting, because he went to Atlanta United, where it became a brand new football club. So he was at a club when it began, which I actually think is harder to do than just joining a football club now and becoming the club's CEO. He started off there as the president, and for 7 years he completely transformed the football club. The football club from the ground up, he was there for the entirety of it. Mega Amwan's former football club, of course he came to Newcastle United. So Darren Eales started off as the president of Atlanta back in 2014 when the club just began. And in his final year at the football club, according to Sport Record, the club is actually worth $845 million. That is insane for an MLS team. I mean, what do I say? The proof is in the pudding. This guy will transform Newcastle, and he will make this club better than what it already is. But how would he do that? So Darren Eales will essentially take over Lee Charney's position at the club. So he'll negotiate contracts with clubs so we can get a good price for players. You remember Leo for Botman, constantly moving the goalposts. It will be Darren's job to make sure that the club doesn't get mugged off. It will be his job to make sure that the club's happy with the contracts are being placed down for the transfer fees. He'll make sure that the club that's selling the player will be happy with the amount Newcastle's offering. He'll also make sure that the players themselves will be happy with the contracts they get. Hugo Ekitike is a good example of a player that wanted more money when joining Newcastle. His agent especially was trying to push more money out of this football club. We had a deal agreed with the player, but his agent was like, no, we're not having that. Different clubs want him, so we want more money out of you now. Darren Eales' job is to make sure he can cancel that stuff out. And if he can't cancel it out, it'll be his job to move on from that player. Just to say, listen, thank you very much, but we are looking elsewhere. So yeah, his job is to get the players in and out the door, sort the contracts out for all the players and all the clubs themselves. And that's just on the business side of things. Just like with Dan Ashworth, Darren Eales will have a really good working relationship with Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe has the final say on what players he wants in the football club. Yeah, those two have to work well together in order for this club to function, so he definitely will do that. And Darren Eales, he was the man who actually got Gareth Bale sold to Real Madrid back in 2013 for the world record fee at the time. So he's been a part of some major transfers, and that won't change at Newcastle. He'll be the one in there that will get the deals done that we want. We won't get every player we want, of course we won't, that's how football works, but we will try and get these players, and the fact is now we have the people in there that can do that. But yeah guys, I'm not going to keep this video on for too much longer. I taught you what you need to know. If you want me to do a separate video where I do a longer one and talk about more in-depth stuff about Darren Eales, let me know. As I said before, guys, double upload today. If you don't mind me, now I'm going to head inside that sauna room. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.